This is Perek Daled Mishna Daled. This is the fourth Mishnah in the fourth Perek. This Mishnah, it kind of comes off the last two, in the sense that the last two are talking about how the Shmona Esrei prayer is formalized with 18 blessings, with the structure. We also discussed in the first Mishnah how prayer had a set time. And now we're going to discuss one of the major issues with people have with tefillah, one of what we'll call the paradox of formalized prayer. Rabbi Eliezer Omer, ha'oset tfilato kiva ein tfilato tachanunim. Rabbi Eliezer said, one who makes his tfilot kiva, his prayers are not listened to by God. What does kiva mean? Kiva is the same word as keva, or permanent, or set, or the Rambam says it's one who makes it like a job. Someone who makes his prayer like a job, like a burden, his prayers are not listened to. So this is actually the second time we had this word kava appear in our Perek. The first Mishnah, we were discussing the times in which you should daven. The Mishnah begins, Tfilat Shachar ad Chatzot, Tfilat Mincha ad Erev, and then it concludes, but Tfilat HaErev, Ma'ariv, Ein La Kava. Ma'ariv does not have a set time, meaning every other tefillah we have has a set time. So Rabbi Eliezer is using the same word to say, one who makes his tefillot set, permanent, obligatory feeling, if you have an obligatory feeling towards them, your prayers are not listened to. So Rabbi Eliezer's comments are actually echoed by another Tana in Pirkei Avot. So if you look here at the bottom of the page, in Pirkei Avot, Perek Bet, Mishnah Tet Zayin, it says, Rabbi Shimon Omer, Havizahir bekriyat Shema. One should be careful with the recitation of Kriyat Shema, ubetfila, and in prayer. This doesn't mean you should be careful how you daven. It means you should be careful that you daven. That there's an obligation to pray 3 times a day. And there's an obligation to say Kriyat Shema twice a day. Rabbi Shimon was warning you should be careful. One should be heedy to make sure that, he makes sure to pray Kriyat Shema and Tefillah at least the required amount of times. But then he warns us, but when you do daven, al ta'aseh tfilatcha kiva. Make sure not to make those prayers kiva, set, established, routine. Rather, ela tachanunim lifnei hamakom baruch. Rather, they should be prayers that are listened to by God. And how does that happen? Someone who cries out to God with emotion, and they're not routine. So this beginning of the Mishnah is actually highlighting one of the most difficult aspects of communal prayer we have, or formal prayer, not communal prayer, formal prayer we have in Judaism. One, that we daven from a siddur. The word siddur means seder, order. There's a structure to prayer. There's formalized pages. You go in order. You're not allowed to skip around. You're not supposed to skip around. You're not supposed to do whatever you want. Shmona Esrei has a structure. 3 Brakhot in the beginning, 16 in the middle, 12 in the middle, or whatever it is, 14 in the middle, 14 in the middle, 3 in the end. I think it's however many in the middle. This is the beginning and the end. Shmona Esrei, there's a structure, there's formality, and yet still we're expected that when we daven, it's not routine. It has emotion. It feels spontaneous, and it feels with emotion, and that's the way in which to get Hashem to listen to us. So the Mishnah continues on this theme. This is the second example of someone who had a spontaneous, non-formalized prayer. We mentioned Rabbi ben Akana. His prayer was when he entered and left the Beit Medrash. You have this again. Rabbi Yoshua Omer, Rabbi Yoshua the sage says, "Hamahalech b'makom sakana." Someone's walking in a dangerous place. Mitpalel tefillah ksara. One should daven a short prayer. So this is, again, we had the same exact expression, tefillah katsara, with Rabbi Nachuna ben Akana, and he says a short prayer. So Omer, what would he say? Hoshia Hashem et amcha et she'eret Yisrael. Please God, save the remnant of Israel. Your nation, the remnant of Israel. B'chol parshat ibur yihiyu tzarcheim lefanecha. At any time, Parshat HaIbor, we'll discuss what that exact phrase means in a second. Their needs are in front of you. What does it mean? Their needs are in front of you, that you'll help them. Baruch atah Hashem shomei tefillah. Blessed are you, God, that listens to the prayers of people. So what does this expression, Parshat HaIbor, mean? It's a difficult expression, and a lot of the commentators discuss it, and there are two explanations given. So the first explanation is, Parshat HaIbor, Ibur comes from the phrase Avirah, And parsha means to separate, like poresh. So the commentators say, B'chol parshat ha'ibur, im porshim me'avra. When I separate myself from sin, yiyu tzarcheyam lefanecha. My needs will be in front of God, and He'll listen to me. Second explanation is parshat ha'ibur, prishut shel ovrei drachim. That when travelers are on the way, yiyu tzarcheyam lefanecha. God will listen to our prayers. So this is two explanations of the phrase parshat ha'ibur. And it means that God should help us. So this again, we start off the Mishnah by mentioning that even though prayer is formal and prayer is a routine and it has an order and it's structured, one still must make sure to try to maintain a certain element of freshness and newness and emotion, and not to have it feel routine or obligatory or like a job or like a weight that they're just getting off in a checklist. And then this is appropriately, the Mishnah continues with a statement of Rabbi Yoshua, who gives you an example of a prayer that's totally raw and emotional in a time of danger, and that's the prayer he gives you.